G'day viewers, Simon here. Today I'm presenting some art to Chris Loud, who is a really great abstract art teacher. You can find him on the tube, Chris Loud Art, and just showing some of my works. So these three here I've called the scrapes, and I've used a technique where you put dobs of paint down on your scraper and then you move it across the canvas, creating these kind of weird lines and markings. And then you kind of crisscross it to add more texture. But if you do too much, then you're going to start making mud. And that's kind of the artist's bane, I suppose. Overworking stuff, making mud, losing the plot. Also, I've used stenciling here. So I've got an old cog. I've got all these artifacts lying around, which are really quite cool. And this one here, I've kind of layered up over and over, and then I've got out with the heat gun and burnt it to get that really nice kind of flaky, deteriorating effect. And moving over to the wall, this is some of my earlier stuff. I found a toy gun down by the side of the road, so this is kind of a little montage of guns and bottle tops representing gun holes, bullet holes, kind of playful, childlike. Given the danger of the weapon, it's kind of ironic. And over here we've got the atomic bomb going off and the dinosaur right up the top left. That one's quite old. And then over in the corner there I've got another one that's kind of quite patchy. So coming around, stop saying so. I find myself saying so much that it's ridiculous. But still, the other one is saying but. I need to work on that and try and come up with some real words. So this one a friend has done, and he's a musician. He's quite mathematical, and he's got his fretboard up there. Over here we have spray painting with stencils, working layers using spray paint in layering. There was another painting under it that I didn't like, so goodbye to that one. And then here we have the kind of pig roasting, and that's using a palette knife and really chunky paint, and then blending with a dry brush on the top and bottom of it to get that effect. Down here we've got just a mix match of lines and layering, very much Chris Loud style, and things start appearing. We've got ourselves some TVs, a face, a little thought bubble possibly. This is the kind of crazy stuff that goes on in my head. A glove that I tried to make something with. It's, I suppose, inspired by David Lynch, who does really, or did, he's gone now, did really fantastic art and just added in all kinds of media, and it was really quite dark, his style. So up here we've got the aliens and a bit of signage, an antique sheep scene, coming over to this style here which I saw on YouTube, and that's getting out with your aluminium foil and gluing it down onto your board and then seeing all those little textures come up. So it kind of turned into a looking down on a planet possibly, and I've had a go at burning a spot there. This mobile my niece made, and I've been collecting feathers, loads of feathers around here. We've got eagles. Over here we've got the tribute to the Donnie Darko film, The Rabbit, and it's a great movie, check it out if you haven't. Down to this kind of fridge magnet style. Now that's a doorway or a cityscape or who knows. Over here I'm going to a art class at the moment, and I suggested in our last meeting that we get together and do these fridge magnets for Christmas, and the ladies really like that. So I'll be teaching another class in February on abstract art. And then round here is another work that I'm kind of don't know what's really going on with this. It started out as a flower, then I got the pyramid happening and energy coming out of it. I'm going from cool colours over on the left here, and I found some seaweed on the beach and stenciled that. I've got some cardboard stuff I've stuck on there. I'm not sure what it means, but yeah, I haven't really worked on that for a while, so maybe Chris, you could suggest something for me to do with it. I feel it's not finished, and yeah, so that's kind of my main art area here. Got all my tools, got the ride-on happening. So I hope you like my little bit of Aussie shed culture. It's always fun to come down to the shed, crank up some tunes, have a few beers, maybe do some art. Anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers.